How's the real estate market? It's a question I get all the time. So you know what? I've decided to create a market report that gives real answers using real data. Hey, but before we get into that, please give me a like, a follow, or subscribe. No matter what social media platform you're viewing this on, it really helps me out a lot. Plus, if you'd like to get on my mailing list for the quarterly newsletter, send me a direct message with your name and email address, and I'll get you hooked up. This newsletter is going to be chock full of great information, especially on land. There's going to be new listings, links to video tours on properties. There's going to be blogs about land management, about hunting, you name it. It's going to be a lot of great stuff. So be sure to send me a message and check it out. So what is a market report? Well, it's a summary of real estate activity in a specific area over a certain specific amount of time. So in my case, as a land specialist, I've decided to concentrate my market report on land values. Now, this information helps both buyers and sellers with things like property values, market trends, supply and demand, all of that kind of stuff. So let's dig in. For this data to make sense, I think I need to take a moment to explain how I got the data, where it came from, what area and timeline I'm covering, and how I categorized everything. I shouldn't have to explain this on the videos going forward, hopefully, unless I'm making some tweaks. So bear with me for a minute since this is the first one, and we'll explain how it all works. Going forward, I hope to get this report put out quarterly, but since this is the first one, I did the entire first half of 2026, so 6 months worth of data. And here are the sources I pulled that data from. First and foremost, I used the Southern Piedmont Land and Lake Association of Realtors, which is my local association. That association also shares data with South Central Association of Realtors and the Dan River Association of Realtors. So I've got those three sources, plus I went on land.com and pulled some additional resources. Okay, for now, the area that I'm covering is basically just the surrounding counties where I operate on a daily basis. So in Virginia, we've got Pittsylvania County, Halifax County, Mecklenburg County, Brunswick County, Charlotte County, and Lunenburg County. In North Carolina, we've got Person County, Granville County, Vance County, and Warren County. Now, chances are, because I will certainly do business beyond those counties, so as we get into this list may grow and expand, but hey, I had to start somewhere. We're almost there, everybody. Bear with me, just a couple of more housekeeping items before we dig in. Land. I am just talking about raw, unimproved land here. If it's a house on 50 acres, I am not putting it in this data. If it is on waterfront, like river or lake, not included. So price per acre. That is a universal concept, I think, that people can relate to, and it helps us compare properties of different acreages and see if the values make sense. The other thing is property size. Typically speaking, the more acreage you get into, the lower per acre that price drops. In other words, 150 acres does not typically sell for the same price per acre as 20 acres does. So for that reason, I've kind of broke them into some categories. So category 1 is going to be 20 to 50 acres. Category 2 is going to be 50 acres to 100. And category 3 is going to be 100 acres and above. All right, here we go. Here are the numbers. For 20 to 50 acres, the average price is $5,154 per acre. For 50 to 100 acres, the average price is $2,921 per acre. And for 100 acres plus, the average actually goes up a little bit for the past 6 months at $3,124 per acre. So that's a little bit opposite from what I mentioned before about the price per acre going down as the acreage goes up. So in this case, I think the reason that happened is we've got a pretty small sample size. So there's some exceptions in there. I think over time you will see that trend kind of line up with what I thought, but that will be interesting to follow. And if it doesn't stay like that, well, then hey, we learned something, and that's the point of all of this. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I look forward to coming up with the next one. feel free. Don't forget to get on that mailing list. Shoot me a direct message with your name and email address, and we'll send these links directly to you in the future. Thanks.